What if the northern lights danced directly above your head while you stood on a frozen lake at -40 degrees Celsius? This isn't fantasy, it's real in Canada's Arctic capital. Welcome to World Travellingz. I'm Shibnath, your guide to Earth's most breathtaking frontiers. We don't just visit destinations, we live them. From Aurora chasing on ice roads to sharing bannock with Dene elders, we bring raw, authentic adventures beyond tourist trails. Subscribe now and transform how you see our planet, one unforgettable journey at a time. Adventure awaits. Perched on the rugged northern shore of Great Slave Lake at 62 degrees north latitude, Yellowknife isn't just Canada's most northerly capital city, it's a portal to another world. Here, the sun refuses to set for weeks in summer, painting midnight skies in hues of apricot and lavender. In winter, darkness becomes a canvas for the northern lights, whose emerald ribbons swirl and pulse directly overhead with an intensity found nowhere else on Earth. This isn't merely a travel destination, it's a sensory awakening, a place where modern urban life collides spectacularly with raw Arctic wilderness. For the intrepid traveler seeking authenticity beyond curated tourist experiences, Yellowknife offers something increasingly rare, genuine adventure without preteens. The city that gold built. Yellowknife's story begins not with government decree but with glittering promise. Though indigenous peoples, the Yellowknives Dene, had thrived here for millennia, the modern settlement emerged in 1934 when prospectors discovered gold along Yellowknife Bay. What followed was a classic Canadian gold rush. Rough log cabins sprouted along the rocky shoreline, bush pilots landed on frozen lakes delivering supplies, and fortune seekers braved brutal conditions chasing veins of precious metal. By 1938, commercial production began at the legendary Con Mine, followed by Negus, Thompson Lundmark, and the infamous Giant Mine. That mining heritage remains etched into Yellowknife's character. Wander through Old Town, the city's historic heart, and you'll find weathered wooden boardwalks connecting colorful cabins perched precariously on Canadian Shield bedrock. The iconic Wildcat Cafe, housed in a restored 1930s log cabin, still serves bannock and caribou stew where miners once swapped tall tales. Yet Yellowknife evolved beyond its gold rush roots. Designated territorial capital in 1967, it transformed into a sophisticated northern hub while retaining its frontier soul, a duality that defines the city today. To understand life in Yellowknife is to embrace its dramatic seasonal rhythms. Summer here means the midnight sun, a surreal period from late June through July when daylight stretches 24 hours. Locals barbecue at 2 a.m., children play soccer under a lavender sky at midnight, and the city pulses with an almost manic energy. Temperatures climb to a pleasant 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, 68 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit, transforming frozen landscapes into blooming tundra where fireweed carpets hillsides in magenta splendor. Then comes the pivot, the brief, golden window of August and September when autumn arrives with breathtaking speed. This shoulder season offers Yellowknife's best-kept secret, relatively mild temperatures paired with darkening skies perfect for early aurora viewing. The lake remains partially unfrozen, creating magical conditions where northern lights reflect off water, a photographer's dream rarely achievable elsewhere. Winter descends with uncompromising force. From November through March, temperatures routinely plunge below -30 degrees Celsius, -22 degrees Fahrenheit, with wind chills reaching -50 degrees Celsius, -58 degrees Fahrenheit. Yet Yellowknifers don't hibernate, they thrive. The city transforms into a winter wonderland where ice roads extend 300 kilometers across frozen lakes, snowmobiles replace cars as primary transport, and the Aurora dances overhead on clear nights more than 240 nights annually. The Aurora capital of the world. While northern lights grace skies across the Arctic, Yellowknife occupies a privileged position beneath the auroral oval, a ring-shaped zone where geomagnetic activity concentrates Earth's most spectacular light shows. Unlike locations where auroras appear as faint green smudges on the horizon, here they explode directly overhead in vivid curtains of emerald, violet, and crimson that ripple like celestial silk. The viewing season spans August through April, but connoisseurs debate the optimal window. September offers magical combinations, auroras reflecting off still unfrozen Great Slave Lake while temperatures hover around -5 degrees Celsius 23 degrees Fahrenheit, comfortable for extended outdoor viewing. Deep winter, December to February, delivers the most frequent displays under crystal clear, moonless skies, though extreme cold demands serious preparation. March and April provide a sweet spot, increasing daylight for daytime activities balanced with reliably dark, active nights. Viewing options range from DIY adventures, drive 20 minutes from downtown to Prelude Lake for unobstructed skies, to guided experiences at dedicated aurora lodges featuring heated glass domes, indigenous storytelling, and hot bannocks served under dancing lights. For photographers, Yellowknife offers unparalleled opportunities. Foreground elements like frozen lakes, boreal forests, and traditional teepees create compositions impossible under weaker auroral displays elsewhere. The heartbeat of the land, Yellowknife's Dene culture. Beneath Yellowknife's mining history lies a far deeper narrative, the enduring presence of the Yellowknife's Dene First Nation, Welliday Yellowknife's Dene, whose ancestors have stewarded this land since time immemorial. Their traditional name for this place, Sumbaki, where the money is, referenced not gold but copper deposits along the Coppermine River that indigenous traders used as currency long before European contact. Today, visitors can experience living Dene culture through multiple avenues. The Prince of Wales Northern Heritage Centre showcases millennia of indigenous history alongside contemporary Dene artistry. More immersive experiences include guided cultural tours where elders share knowledge of traditional plant medicines, demonstrate snowshoe crafting using age-old techniques, or lead visitors to ancient fishing sites along the Yellowknife River. During winter festivals, you might witness Dene Games, athletic competitions testing skills essential for northern survival, like the finger pull, grip strength, or snow snake, precision sliding. Respectful engagement matters profoundly here. The giant mine site, a former gold operation that poisoned land with arsenic, remains a painful reminder of colonial extraction's human cost. Many Dene community members advocate for environmental remediation and cultural recognition. As travelers, we honor this land by learning its original names, supporting indigenous-owned businesses, and listening to stories that reframe our understanding of wilderness as homeland. Great Slave Lake, North America's deepest secret. Yellowknife's dramatic setting owes everything to Great Slave Lake, the 10th largest lake on Earth and deepest in North America, plunging 614 meters, 2,014 feet, into crystalline darkness. In summer, the lake transforms into a playground. Locals swim from rocky shores where water surprisingly warms to 18 degrees Celsius 64 degrees Fahrenheit, sailboats tack against steady winds, and fishing charters pursue legendary lake trout exceeding 40 pounds. Winter unlocks even more extraordinary experiences. Once ice thickens to 1 meter, typically January, the world's longest ice road 365 kilometers, extends from Yellowknife across the frozen lake to diamond mines at Lac de Gras. Adventure seekers can join guided ice road tours, testing nerves as vehicles glide over abyssal depths. More serene pursuits include ice fishing in heated shacks targeting trophy-sized whitefish, or simply walking onto the lake at night to witness auroras reflected in perfect symmetry, a spiritual experience that leaves visitors speechless. Urban rhythms in the subarctic. Don't mistake Yellowknife for a frontier outpost. With approximately 20,000 residents, it's a surprisingly cosmopolitan capital where Inuktitut, Dene, French, and English mingle in coffee shops. The compact downtown centers on Franklin Avenue, a single main street lined with independent bookstores, craft breweries serving spruce tip Alesh, and restaurants where Arctic Char shares menus with Thai curries. The Saturday farmers market buzzes year-round, even in -40 degrees Celsius winters when vendors sell caribou meat, bake apple jam, and hand-sewn sealskin mittens from heated tents. Summer brings festivals celebrating everything from folk music to Snow King castles. Yes, Yellowknife builds elaborate snow palaces each winter that become community gathering spaces complete with slides and ice bars. Accommodation ranges from luxury lodges like the Explorer Hotel with Aurora wake-up calls, to cozy bed and breakfasts like YK Aurora where hosts share viewing tips over homemade breakfast. Budget travelers find value at Chateau Nova or Nova Inn, while adventurers might opt for wilderness lodges accessible only by floatplane, places where the only sounds at night are wolves howling and ice cracking on the lake. Arctic flavors, Yellowknife's culinary soul. Yellowknife's cuisine is a profound expression of resilience and place, a fusion of indigenous tradition and northern ingenuity shaped by extreme climate and pristine wilderness. At its heart lies country food, the ancestral sustenance of the Yellowknives Dene people that transforms Arctic harshness into nourishment. Caribou reigns supreme, lean, iron-rich meat served as steaks, stews, or dried jerky. Its deep red flesh, harvested sustainably from migrating herds, provides essential nutrients during long winters. Equally vital is Arctic char, a salmon-like fish caught in icy rivers and Great Slave Lake. Smoked over spruce wood or pan-seared with local herbs, its delicate pink flesh embodies northern purity. Lake trout and whitefish, pulled fresh through winter ice holes, feature prominently, often simply grilled to honor their clean, freshwater taste. Bannock, the humble flatbread introduced centuries ago, has been wholly adopted into northern identity. Fried in oil until golden or baked in wood stoves, it's eaten with jam, stew, or alone, warm, comforting, and deeply symbolic of indigenous adaptation. Modern Yellowknife dining thoughtfully bridges tradition and innovation. Bullock's Bistro sources char directly from Dene fishers, serving it with foraged cloudberries and fireweed honey. The historic Wildcat Cafe, housed in a 1930s log cabin, offers caribou stew simmered for hours alongside freshly baked bannock. Even craft breweries embrace terroir, infusing alesh with spruce tips harvested from boreal forests. Seasonality dictates the menu. Summer brings brief abundance, fireweed shoots, blueberries, and bake apples, cloudberries, transformed into jams. Winter relies on preserved foods, dried meats, frozen fish, and root vegetables stored in underground caches, a practice dating back millennia. Dining here transcends consumption, it's cultural immersion. Sharing bannock with elders, learning to prepare dried meat, or tasting char caught hours earlier connects visitors to land and legacy. Restaurants proudly partner with indigenous harvesters, ensuring authenticity while supporting food sovereignty movements addressing colonial disruption. What makes Yellowknife's food remarkable isn't exoticism, it's honesty. Every bite speaks of ice roads traversed at -40°C, of nets cast through frozen lakes, of knowledge passed across generations. In a world of homogenized cuisine, Yellowknife offers something increasingly rare, food that cannot exist anywhere else, because it is born of this specific land, this light, this cold. To eat here is to taste the North itself. The cultural pulse of Yellowknife. Yellowknife's culture is a resilient tapestry woven from indigenous Dene heritage, gold rush grit, and modern northern cosmopolitanism. The Yellowknives Dene First Nation, stewards of this land for millennia, imbue the city with living traditions, drum dances echoing ancient rhythms, elders sharing oral histories in Dene languages, and artisans crafting intricate beadwork and porcupine quill embroidery. Their worldview, seeing land not as wilderness but as relative, shapes the community's deep environmental consciousness. This indigenous foundation merges with a distinctive northern identity forged by isolation and extreme seasons. Residents, affectionately called Yellowknifers, embrace self-reliance tempered by fierce communal support. When temperatures plunge to -40°C, neighbors check on elders. When auroras blaze, strangers gather lakeside sharing hot chocolate and wonder. This interdependence defines social life more than any institution. Cultural expression thrives despite, or because of, the Arctic setting. The annual Snow King Winter Festival transforms frozen shoreline into an elaborate snow castle hosting concerts, theater, and children's slides. Summer brings Folk on the Rocks, Canada's most northerly music festival, where Indigenous throat singers share stages with indie rockers under the midnight sun. Art flourishes in unexpected ways. The Northern Arts and Cultural Centre stages professional theatre, while galleries showcase soapstone carvings and contemporary Indigenous paintings reflecting land and legacy. Even daily life carries cultural weight, bush pilots swapping stories at cafes, trappers teaching youth traditional skills, scientists collaborating with elders on climate research. Above all, Yellowknife's culture resists romanticization. It's not a museum piece but a dynamic, evolving reality where Dene youth code switch between ancestral languages and TikTok, where climate change challenges ancient knowledge systems, and where community continually redefines what it means to thrive at the edge of the map. Here, culture isn't performed, it's lived, breath by frozen breath, beneath dancing skies. The Traveler's Practical Guide. Getting there, Yellowknife Airport, YZF, receives daily flights from Calgary, Edmonton, and Vancouver via Air Canada and Canadian North. No road connects Yellowknife to southern Canada year-round, though winter ice roads and summer ferry services link it to the rest of the territory. When to visit, choose summer, June to August, for midnight sun adventures, hiking, and lake activities. Opt for shoulder seasons, late August to September or March and April, for optimal aurora viewing with manageable cold. Deep winter, December to February, rewards those seeking intense cold weather experiences and most frequent northern lights displays. Packing essentials, winter demands serious preparation, insulated parka rated to -40 degrees Celsius, thermal layers, windproof snow pants, insulated boots, sorrel or equivalent, and face protection. Summer requires layers, mornings stay cool even in July, and relentless insect repellent for July's notorious mosquito season. Budget considerations, Yellowknife carries premium pricing, expect $25 for a beer, $40 for a basic meal. Offset costs by self-catering, grocery shop upon arrival, using the excellent municipal bus system, and prioritizing free experiences like Aurora viewing or hiking the Cameron River Falls Trail. Cultural etiquette, always ask permission before photographing Indigenous people or cultural sites. Learn basic greetings in Dene languages. Masi means thank you. Support local Indigenous artisans by purchasing directly from creators rather than generic souvenir shops. The unspoken magic. What guidebooks cannot capture is Yellowknife's emotional resonance, the way standing alone on a frozen lake at 3 a.m., watching emerald curtains ripple directly overhead while snow squeaks underfoot at -35 degrees Celsius, recalibrates your understanding of beauty. Or how sharing stories with a Dene elder over steaming tea reframes wilderness as living homeland. Or the profound silence of a -40 degrees Celsius morning when breath crystallizes instantly and the only movement comes from chickadees flitting between spruce branches. Yellowknife doesn't offer easy tourism. It demands respect, for extreme weather, for Indigenous sovereignty, for the raw power of nature. But those who approach with humility discover something increasingly rare: authenticity. No staged photo ops, no crowds jostling for Instagram shots, no sanitized experiences. Just the honest confrontation between human fragility and Arctic grandeur. As one Yellowknifer told me over caribou stew, people come for the aurora. They stay for the light inside themselves that it reveals. In a world of curated experiences, Yellowknife remains gloriously, uncompromisingly real, a place where the sky still dances, the lake still freezes solid enough to drive across, and the ancient heartbeat of the land pulses beneath modern streets. Come not as a spectator, but as a participant in one of Earth's last great adventures. The North awaits, not as destination, but as transformation. Another horizon conquered, but your journey doesn't end here. Hit subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss our next expedition into the unknown. Share this adventure with fellow wanderers in the comments below, where should World Travellingz explore next? Follow our daily discoveries on World Travellingz. Until then, keep your passport ready and your spirit wild. This is Shibnath, reminding you, the world isn't just a place to see, it's a story to live. See you on the next trail. Thanks for watching.